Good evening. 7:21. Yeah, 3rd of December 2019, and we're just in the last month and so before the Human Design New Year, which shall dawn upon us 22nd of January 2020, 4 minutes past 4 p.m. That's in Israel time. In UCT, GMT, it's 2 p.m. UCT, UTC, and yeah, and those who are in the Netherlands, where I'm recording it at the moment, so 1 hour back, it's going to be 15:04, so 3 p.m. And I will go to 2019, the year we're actually at, which started 22nd of January 2019, 11 minutes past 10 in Israel time, or around 9 o'clock Dutch time, or 8 UTC, GMT London time, most likely. The transit at the moment, 3rd of December 2019, bring us an interesting concentrated energy, a lot of pressure, just as this time as well each year. Jesus year, civil Sylvester year, very uncivilized, ends with pressures. So 2020 is about to come. Now we really have finishing it with another concentrated energy. But I won't go into these transits actually, but the coming one. And as I've recorded recordings of mine about 2018, just maybe I'll even, for the curiosity of my kind of story, because often there is let's talk about the year now, or the year that is coming, but there is something in the timeline to see the changes. And since I even sometimes recording couple of times in different times, I get different stories, and I'm enjoying stories. If you'd like to watch what kind of energy, maybe interpreting this, I'm not sure that is my name, but okay, when I met Human Design, and it's still written on my passport and all of that, but that is something else, another story. And for those who have met me and are entering to this Human Design experiment, and we speak the knowledge, and you go through your process, sleeping phoenixes, families of the now, as we're actually ending an interesting week of the 9/16 of the cross of planning. You may not know anything about this meaning yet. Maybe you do. Interesting, even the moon, which, well, I'm supposedly in my own aura. That's what I can assume. And so the moon, I'm not sure how much it impacts me now, as I'm open emotionally, but interesting, this for those who can taste the future, the 56 that is arriving, everything in its due time. Okay, step by step we'll go, and I will skip the necessary and unnecessary steps along this tourist bus towards 2020, or a train that takes us along the journey. Are you ready for the journey? I remind you, those who have met me, as I meet wind friends along the way, sleeping phoenixes, and we have the luxury to think. Yes, we have the luxury to think. And summarized well by another wind friend, it is all just knowness. And I'm talking 1 hour, and she dares to tell me it's all just knowness. Yes, it is. So I remind you that this is all meaningless, which means it's meaningful. If you are playing and listening, your body tells you it's correct, and you have not shut down the machine. Either by going to sleep or by stopping looking at this video or the audio, wherever it will go. Now, some of you that went through the process of learning human design, again, because it's tricky, I've reached in my way the source of mind conditioning, and this year has been a fantastic breakthrough. Not necessarily from this, because there are many keynotes, and I'm a tourist bus, very fast jumping from here to there, not actually paying attention to you. Yeah, you're paying actually to me attention, and my bank is full with attention, my resources, by you just taking in the energy and continuing. Yeah. Some comedians do it fantastically. They distract you in the now. Yeah, Jim Carrey, Seinfeld, Eddie Murphy. Some politicians distract you in the now. Oh, this is what Donald Trump did. This is what, Putin. This is what, Bibi, Netanyahu. Yeah, we're distracted, and mind is an organ that likes to be distracted. So let's keep it going. Let's keep the distraction, and believe that something is more important than the other. Let's do our job at convincing ourselves that one sound is better than the other. Yes. Good luck. Now, if your mind is not surrendered yet to watch life, then this is more meaningful, this is less meaningful, more health, less health, more satisfaction, less frustration, more this, less that, more this. Yeah, mind's still bullshitting you around, and good luck with that. And I'm not bringing so much as tools here. Yeah, human design, strategy, and authority. I don't know meditation. Is it a thought? Is it a belief? Is it a fly? Is it a bird? Is it true? Is it a lie? Does it give you more love or less love? Does it make you healthier or sicker? Yeah. Okay. As you go on with the bullshit, and I'm bound to go with that bullshit as well, to make you healthier and liberate you. Yeah. And most minds are heavily fucked up. Yes. In this pendulum of, let's heal the universe. And it's okay. Because indirectly, I laugh with you, and I'm also healing those who require healing. Yeah. Have you ever watched a hospital clown? You know this kind of clowns go to hospital and distract the patients. So if you're ready to be distracted, you can stay in tune to the Rave New Year 2020. Actually, a journey perhaps. Maybe I'll open 2017 or 2021. It doesn't matter. If you're listening now and you're well distracted, your body's telling you something and digesting, and your mind is comparing. Mind's doing its job. Yeah, now, I'm not getting into analyzing charts and all of that, and except again the Rave New Year's. Yeah, and looking at colors and all of that like it matters. Yeah, and until it does not matter, it matters. Your mind falls for satisfaction, peace, success. Yes, and yeah, surprise. And let's avoid the frustration and the anger and the bitterness and all of that. Yes, Rauru did a fantastic job. I will tell you this knowing, and I will convince you with that. And you do not know meditation. Yeah, doing the same thing, differently, but the same thing. The root of all of that is the same thing. These are just sounds. And I fell for it. You do not know fell for it. So my daughter calls me. I heard one time she came back from Spain, and you know your daughter, she said, my papa is Mr. I don't know. And I am Mr. I don't know is fooling you. Yes. So you can see. And whenever a clown comes to town, he might become a king or he might become a fool. And once you grasp this art of distraction, no, but it is annoying, I know this is, and you better be yes, until you get the joke. Well, I'm still in 2018 stuck, yeah? And we're going to talk until there's not going to be any, there will not be the luxury to think and to express. And we're going to die, and we're going to tell stories along the way about our life and death, and how important it is to be buried like this and to be liberated like that and to go. And you see that you follow the law of Dharma, and meditation is necessary. And yes, my body takes me now to do that and laugh at all of that, while the next moment it will sit down and be quiet. But also now it's quiet. It's you that hearing the noise. Yeah. It's your eardrums hearing me. I'm not talking at all. Up to you to believe that or not, because you're caught in your suffering. And good luck. And I'll introduce to you, when I meet you, hey, but it was not actually what we heard on this recording. You do care for us, Why do you talk like this? I don't know. But we're going to have fun. Yeah, this is a nice train today that we picked up. So, yeah, another friend called me Mr. Introduction. So it's all one big introduction until we die. So 2019, yeah. As there is less than a month left in the I Don't Know meditation shop in Arnhem, Steenstraat 25, yeah, stones, the street of the 25 stones. Yeah, we can see that as an energetical process. And I remind you, this is just a story. You're just putting these glasses for a moment. And I have no idea what you're going to see in this movie. Well, I do, but I don't. And if you're well distracted, you're going to enjoy this film. We can see that for 2 years, yeah, globally, we were looking for direction. Collectively, yeah. I'm not sure I have here even 2017, which I'm curious of, but yeah, and so I will leave it aside to see what happened there. But anyways, so at least 2018, and now this year it's not yet over. We're in the finish line. We've got a month and a half, a bit more than a month and a half to go. In this illusion of time, I remind you, you are your own time. These are just shapes, yeah? If you are ready to learn the language of the now, be prepared. If you're ready to learn the language of the now, yeah, you see this cross. If you've learned human design a little bit, and yeah, the sleeping phoenix, from my calculations, the sleeping phoenix will only be with us as a global energy, not in 2027, in about 120 years from 2027. Yeah? First 60 years, we're going to be in a transpersonal, more going towards the spirit. That's my interpretation of the energies. Maybe I'm wrong in my calculation. I might be skipping necessary steps, haven't looked at that. My interpretation is we're going to enter the 55 and you might not understand anything, and it's okay. Yeah? And we might go and learn this language along with the language of the now. But as my form represents the actually in this global movement, the end of the sleeping phoenix, where we're going to arrive to the 55th gate at the first line. Yeah. That's my interpretation. And because any interpretation is the right interpretation, you've got to realize that. We are the creator of this reality. Yeah? Through the spoken language, sounds, and through the written language. Yeah? So the language we speak and hear, the language we read and write, as we call it, spoken and written languages. And we may think in this logical way, and we may know that this is the right thinking, or this is the only individual thinking. We may believe in it. Yeah? So I haven't went into right. It's kind of an assumption. I may be quote unquote mistaken, because I'm never mistaken, because this is all a game. So I might go and look at it again, but that's my assumption from the global cycles, that the sleeping phoenix itself, yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I might make another video on that, and about these aspects of the sleeping phoenix and the global cycles, and how I actually perceive things to be. But maybe I'll check the calculation first before I continue to talk about it, just for the sake of some mathematics around that. And since I was actually about to talk about 2019, and I have to, my mind externally, has to surrender to the body, has surrendered that the train stops in different stations. And there are different stories come up on that. And if you're patient with yourself, then you will receive patience. And okay, so as I jump around, I'll see kind of the story from 2018 to 2019 to 2020. Let's see if my form decides to stick with it. It's sometimes just like, God damn it, I'm going somewhere else. This is all boring and bullshit. But if I go back to this line of thought, of the channel of the Alpha, so humanity as a collective was looking for direction, and had the energy. The program was programming globally the energy to look for direction, for a logical one. Now every year it is always in the sign of the 41st and the 31st gate. So every year has a kind of a tendency, for kind of, where are we going to be grounded with the influence towards the future, the expression of the future, the 31st gate in the logical collective circuit, and the 41st gate. So what kind of abstract energy we are promoting now? Not we, but the program, because it's always a kind of let's say creating a new DNA, adding a new DNA to the pool, to the system, every year. We receive this imprint, this suit, we collectively wear that. So first, you can see that the 41st and 31st gate always appear Sun, Earth. The first two blocks, if you don't know. And I just trust my interpretations. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Truly, I don't, but I trust it. And as you see from this design, a lot of craziness is going on there. And I love that. As I surrender to something that just comes out, and I enjoy this painting. So 2018 and 2019, the year that it was like, okay, collectively, where are we going? Where are we going collectively? Now, I have many stories that I used to, and sometimes still follow through YouTube, through this illusion that I know what's going on in the world in YouTube. You see how crazy we are? You see how crazy we are with the internet? That doesn't show us anything. It's just a way of the collective through the internet to believe that you know what's going on in the world. But you know it's bullshit. Just stop with the internet, go with your legs, go somewhere, and you'll see that the world is where you are. That's the message of the sleeping phoenix. It's all just nowness, and you have the luxury to think, as two wind friends told me. I'm just distracting you around. So you'll see that's all just shapes and sounds. And you might be ready to speak the language of the now, in your own way, in your own manifestation of the now, according to your own strategy and authority, to your own type. Whether you have your patterns towards the future, whether you initiate, whatever. You're still only surviving in the now. You're only surviving in the now. You're only busy in the now. What you do doesn't matter. You have it, you don't have it. You have it, you don't have it. Yeah? You breathe now, you sleep now, you talk now, you think now. Whatever the now is encompassing you with. So and the luxury to think is to move between past and future. The luxury to live is to have memory that accumulates experiences so we can ourselves remember how to walk and talk and refine these sounds. If you're ready to learn the language of the now, but truly, and that's scary, because if you want to learn the language of the now, go visit an Alzheimer in the hospital and see. But to be cognitive and be in the now, ooh, that's scary. That'll make you very crazy. But if you're ready for it, it's a fantastic journey and you'll never leave the playground. But you're ready to die to everything you believed in, you thought, you knew, all of that. And these 2 years, collectively, as Rome sinks, the collective, it has no pattern to establish itself upon. It has none. For the individuals, collectively, it's just moving somewhere, always, always. And the years dictate that. 2018, fantastically, democracy, yeah. But mainly, I won't go. I'm tempted to go into this, to the lines and all of that. But I may go in 2020, but just to see the shapes, yeah. Where 2018, and you can go back to whatever you have in your memory, in your experience of 2018, yeah. Where the main energy was, where's the direction of our collective, Whatever happens, collective, because now we're all through YouTube believing we're this. You hear me, and you might hear me in China if it's not blocked, or in Israel, yeah, or in India, in your house, in a cafe, and you believe in that. You believe that you're connected to the whole world because you are. But that's bullshit. Yeah, but you are. Now, if you manage to take this power to believe in so much more than the bullshit you believe in, you'll be enjoying this playground called life. And if not, you will just not be enjoying. So this energy of direction that was with us, and very different because planetary-wise, a seventh gate in North Node was kind of programming us to where we're going to lead, where democracy is going to lead, and we see that it kind of crumbles. Yeah, United States, this big democracy, and all the Trumpiada bullshit. Yeah, all the democracies around, So from let's get together and all this European Union, and then Brexit's here, and the right wing rising. And nothing's good or bad. That's all one of the jokes. You just live your strategy in authority. You see life. Yeah, strategy in authority is just a nice sound. It appeared it worked for me. Respond to life. Go your Mind returned to be an observer. Again, along other path, tools, whatever. Yeah. And 2019, this year, still globally, and you're gonna sense it when we're going to enter 2020. So it's a preparation. Yeah, we got 1.5 months or so, almost 2 months. So this globally looking, where are we going as a collective? And yes, we're connected with the internet now and Facebook and yeah. Something gonna change. Be prepared. You don't need to be prepared because you know the language of the now, right? It just sounds and shapes. About 80 million people, and about 1% out of this illusion of a statistic of 8 billion that we believe in deeply. No, logically it's been investigated, and we're funny human creatures. Knowers know that, believers believe in that, and thinkers think that, and we buy all of that. We're a fantastic race. And I'm just distracting you here so you can forget all your troubles. because you still think you have troubles. Money, relationship, family, yoga class, not yoga class, where to be with your child, in front of the computer, having sex, listening to human design, doing this, doing that, agenda, 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 agenda. Nice song, huh? Yes, and the clown is in the hospital, doing its thing. And I'm definitely a fool and stupid and yeah, empty display of power. That's what I bring. And so these 2 years that globally also impacted you. Yeah, it was one of the suits we were wearing. We swim in this illusion. Was about where are we going as a collective? No, leave the tribe aside, leave the fights, but they're there, of course. But okay, where are we going now that we're connected globally through this democracy that brought us through Facebook and Google, yeah, and YouTube, and we're all and again, whatever China now brings that I'm not even aware what's there. Only hearing from a friend to ask to install not WhatsApp but another application because WhatsApp blocked and is in China or whatever. And like we're connected to the whole world. We are. You're all in the palm of my hand or in the eyelash on my face. Yeah, the one that dropped on my cheek now. You're there. You just don't see it. You don't believe in that. You believe in your senses and what you experience. Until you hear one crazy voice and you either stay in your normal crazy life or you go to the crazy normal life of someone who actually lets you see the mathematics of life until you say, okay, E equals MC squared. Great. He's doing his job. Time and space and quantum mechanics. I won't teach you yet the mathematics of that. You will not understand the simple mathematicians I will meet and I'm meeting have no idea what I'm really talking, because they either see the macrocosmos or other people who meditate, they see the microcosmos and they don't meet each other, as this fantastically described in Zen and the Art of Bike Maintenance between, let's say, realism and romanticism, trying to even describe quality, So as we go through this journey, this 2018, that was mainly about the direction of the collective in a really general sense, and even the how the individual and the behavior within this collective. Yeah. You can just take Donald Trump as an example, in a collective, it's fantastic, and all the secrets surfacing up, 13th gate. Yeah. Just kind of, I'm just putting some things because it's just nice shapes game. In 2019, that was, still the drive that there will be someone that will save us. Yeah. There will be someone globally, but there will not. Times are ending. We experience them. You'll be your own, sanctioned inner authority. Globally, who are you going to trust? Again, the system will collapse into themselves. You can only watch it. And don't be sad for it, don't be happy. Life comes, life goes. And this year was about mutating all of these forces, getting them like stuck, limited, until something will mutate. Individuals will mutate within this collective. And again, my I don't know where the numbers come from. I cannot, I myself, only when I talk, I hear myself coming up with all of these lunatic of theories. But I trust them. I see people, individuals come to me and they get that they become present. They start to see. And you get yourself healed when you start to perceive life. Not when you think the cancer that you believe in is over. Not when life is over, when you just perceive life. But again, most of you don't believe in that. You're caught in what the doctors are telling you. You're not ready for self-healing. You're not ready to realize there was never healing. It was all pseudo. But what about my surgery? And what about this? And I do have my blood cells are like this. And You're not ready to lose yourself in order to earn yourself. Very few. My guess about 80 million, in this illusion of a number from 8 billion, about 1%, 80 million will get that. The rest will be highly challenged. You can see that outside. Now, again, individually they will be challenged. As a collective streams on, shopping and bopping, getting you distracted in the collective's way, and tribally, even sometimes with individual energies that distract you from being and seeing. Now, this year was about this mutation, changing some individuals, changing the collective as well with its energy, testing limitations, testing the DNA structure of our humanity. For me, it's clear, my individual story. And it goes out in due time, as I have the mathematical equations with me. I grasp this year the juxtaposition theory, in my own way. I know it. Internally, I know all of this joke that is called life. And the law of the fractal, you zoom in, you're in the illusion, you zoom in. You only zoom out. And you zoom out, you're in this illusion. But you will not understand this basic mathematics. Because you don't see it. Very few people who speak the language of the now will grasp what I'm talking about, because they will not be caught in the sounds, in interpreting all of this. But you do. 99.999% of you do. You try to catch a train that you can't. And if you've read the Never-Ending Story in the book, not in the movie, this fast light bulb, blob, that just help people to get lost. That's what I'm doing. And is a messenger in a way to save Fantasia, doing its job, almost bumping into this and that and that. Now you've got your myth, and it will become in the illusion more challenging, but not. It's only more challenging because you're attached to collective agendas and to your tribe, to your families, And this year was about fighting, fighting for your fixed pattern, fighting for the collective fixed pattern. That's what the program is telling us. So we can mutate there, so our DNA structure can change, So we can have a pattern where our inner authority, whatever you want to call that, this thing that allows you to just live with what we describe as a heart and a stomach and cells and a body, and you can see it's happening. You don't do anything with your fingers, they do that. You have the illusion of all of that, because that's how your mind is constructed in this evolution of a process. And we have to be distracted. There's no other way. Either by silence or by excess talking. Doesn't matter. We have to be distracted. That's how our mind is built. Collapsing with theories and creating new theories. Collapsing with theories and creating new theories. Constantly perpetuating nothingness. We have to do it because we breathe. We have to. There's no other way. We have the luxury to think, so we're going to express that. As a matter of fact, it doesn't matter if it's dull, stupid, dumb. It is what it is. When you're open to the frequency, you hear life in the most stupid comment, the most obnoxious smell. You get life within it. And this year was dragging us collectively along a fighting, mutative path. Where there's gonna be a stimulation that's gonna impact us along this illusional future. And we have a couple of months where we're gonna still experience this quality or lack of quality of expression. while we were limited in the first half a year of this 2019. Very limited, yeah. 860 only also in Mercury, yeah. Foundation, finding the foundation of limitation. Some of you will understand that. And again, some of you won't. It's okay. If you're still pressured to know, to understand, to make sense, you don't see that the answer is within your question and the expression is within your answer and the movement just happens, then you just don't see. It's okay. I can't get you to, I can't force you, to speak or to understand the language of the now. You have refined the sound so much, you're not, only when you arrive to a new country and you don't speak that language, you are forced by that society to just stay there and speak with your body until you get the sounds. If you've never been to Israel and you don't speak Hebrew, you come there, you'll see what you deal with. Or if you come to India and you don't speak Hindi, or you come to, to United States and you don't speak English, or to whatever, you have to see, you will see what happens to these refined sounds that we call language. And we just refined it so much that we call this English and this Hindi and this Dutch and this German and this Chinese, and this is only in the English language, right? Hebrew, it may be Ivrit, Sinit. That's just sounds. These are just sounds, and you don't get it. You don't get simplicity even if it hits you in your face. You have no idea what simplicity is. And if you have an idea, you've got to make it complicated. This is how life operates. We have life so we can die. We have death so we can live. We make things, I want it simple, but you don't want, yeah. You want to know, but you don't get it, that to know starts from I don't know. You just, and you most of you are very ignorant in that. And your ego is so big that it's like, I'm ignorant? Nah, hell no. I know I'm ignorant. I know I'm just some kind of a machine. Yeah, a very sophisticated one. You can read other sophisticated machines or listen. You can read Gurdjieff and Raoult or Osho. Yeah, they're as ignorant as the rest of us. It's just refined, sounds and shapes. That's all. Just sharpen one or dull one. But they're all in the same, so. Yeah. But we are funny creatures, we human beings. So this year was, revealed that to me. And it continued to reveal, to sharpen something like it needs to be sharpened. So my mind just said, we're going somewhere with this life, huh? Great. No, we're always in the same spot. But you don't see it. It's okay. When you meet me, you realize you're in the same spot. It's just your memory that's been moving. And if you don't see it, you don't see it. Maybe we will not be able to speak to understand that we are always speaking the language of the now. Okay, 2019, it's really just about its edge with the chaos in the material world. The 21st in the sixth line, 21st gate in sixth line in Mars. So kind of mutative chaos on the material plane. I've got my stories about it. I won't go too much in that. Because we're now in this triplet last phase of this sixth line, where we're actually recovering. Yeah, we're actually gaining our I don't know, let's say tribal wisdom, and we got a glimpse of a chaos that's potentially here to arrive more around 2027 as a genetic continuity through the 55-6, and you have to realize these are just refined sounds and shapes. It doesn't matter if you don't understand them. You do understand them. It's just a way to program the world. because you see better when now there is 13 squares here, and when instead of just garbage there is a number, and you understand this shape to be a 41.1 because you learned to give it a meaning, and you learn to say 7.5. Oh, but you don't know what it's in human design, so you refine it more, you refine it more. Again, because we are here to distract ourselves. That's how education is built. And we're doing a good job. We cannot do any other than a good job, because the now dictates that. Either we see the job that is being done or not. Not a good, bad, positive, good, bad. Yeah. I use these terms, but they're not really ingrained in an actual good, bad thing. The now does not operate like that. The now is now. Is now is now. Good equals bad. Bad equals good. Positive equals negative. You equals me. Me equals you. Separate equals together. One equal. Yeah. If you don't get this mathematical equation, it's because you don't get it. 1 equals 1 as much as 1 is different than 1. It's just how we program ourselves collectively to speak, to be homogenized creatures. You understand these refined sounds in English that I've been speaking the past minutes, right? Concepts? Maybe not all of you. If you stop understanding and just be present with it, you'll grasp exactly what I'm talking about. Because anyway, there is no other way. What the hell is he talking about? What the hell is it? Now, if we meet, I have to go down to your language. I have to lower my language to you, because you just don't get it. Well, some of you do. We have the luxury to think, and it's all just nowness. Some of you get the ridiculous distraction. Most of you don't. Most of you don't. Some of you do. Now, so this year, that's the chaos about to end. 21st in the 6th line, which is ineffective actions lead to disorder. But again, it's not it's a fantastic aspect, to open kind of in the I Ching. It's a nice. I give you an exercise, and you look at the exalted, at the arrow, which Ra tried to, in a black sense of humor, say it's not really positive. You've got to understand the fact that the arrow shows up and the arrow shows down. So let's put it white and black. Yeah? Just let's reprogram ourselves to the language of the now. Be careful, you might turn Alzheimer, cognitively fantastic Alzheimer patients. Yeah, I'm one of these. But I'm aware of all of this, and I can lower my language to you at any time and speak to you in your very, very pressure to know, pressure to think language. And if we can speed things up, we'll reach the atom. And if we'll slow down, we'll reach there as well. Yeah. As long as you don't understand me, you have a chance to learn. If you understand me, that's it. It's gonna be boring. I'm intrigued whenever I speak to someone whom I don't understand what he speaks about, because I'm like, okay, I shut up and let's wait until I will understand what he speaks. So I'm shutting up as much as I'm aware of. When I meet a baby, he's speaking. Not what will you do? What does he speak? What is it? Wow, what language? We forgot that baby language because we think. You know exactly what your baby is telling you. Exactly. Because your mind is so fucked up, you don't see it. It's so veiled because you have refined your language. You're a baby once. You spoke this language. You're not ready to return to the source. You think you're going to be ignorant if you're going to just listen to this. Your mind is taking you astray. So as this exercise, let's say I take the 21st in the 6th line, just look at the language and yeah, this is the sixth line are kind of funny, so I'm going to take a bit something else that appears like to be good and bad. So if you just stay with the sentences, expression of practical ideas that have value. Have value. Good, right? Have value. Wait until your mind finds what's bad about it, because it has both. That's the mathematical equation. If you're ready to contemplate that, yeah, and realize that short is long, that value is lack of value, Ra tried to portray that to us. He did what he can. Very few people, well, everyone continues with his own way. Very few people mutate through that. Some just, as he mentioned, just feel a little bit better in their skin. And again, the ego drive. So let's just take these three words, ego drive, good, bad, just stay with it. You think it's good, wait until your mind. Maybe in 1 year you'll have to wait until you see the bad, the good within it. Vice versa. You'll have the whole coin, the whole universe, if you just see both sides. And you will be able, if you just stay with it. Okay. Same as with chaos. Good, bad, good. Ineffective. Ineffective is also effective, but you don't get it. You're programmed to interpret the sound in a very particular way. I'm just giving you kind of side notes here. People whom I meet and I start to elaborate on the language of the now, they see how ignorant they are. Actually, when you shut up, that's meditation. You realize how you just grasp the now. You don't try to, that's meditation. You don't try to understand the now. You are the now. You be the now. Yeah? Now, I'm bound to speak to that, to establish the language of the now, to re-establish the language of the now. Yeah? To homogenize and program and reprogram our minds for that, the minds that I meet. Yeah? And I meet very, very few minds are really intelligent. And it's okay. It's okay. Because if they're not intelligent, it means they are intelligent. I see that. Yeah, we're very, funny creatures. Funny creatures. I must admit, I see it through myself. And you understand me. You know that. You know that. You know that if you look at Jim Carrey at one of his movies, you just see that you get it, what he tells you. You stay with it and you'll get the mask. Get the jokes, you get everything. Not what your friend is telling you, oh, you laughed from this joke? I didn't laugh. What you get. So this 2019 is just in the finish line of giving us the wisdom within the chaos. Because inside this year, I was implemented with the theory of the chaos. I could see all of it within me. Whoever is ready to join the language of the now will understand that. Written everywhere. And very few will realize that and understand that. And then we'll be able to handle the chaos and see how there's going to be creation following the chaos. Circle continues. Okay, that's 2019 in a nutshell. Yeah, because distraction can continue. I can talk about the survival of the new, the unusual survival of the new mutation. And for me, I don't know meditation survived this year. It was interesting. First time 7 months where I don't know meditation is introduced to the public in a shop. Now last week's, the pattern, it was tested with chaos, with everything, with fighting for its integrity, and so on and so forth. This is 2019. 2020, which is about to dawn upon us, 22nd of January 2019, as I mentioned before, 1604 Israel time, UTC GMT 1404. No shapes, just look at the color, your eyes grasp that. That means no dominant center is gonna control us as it did. Okay, attracting attention of how we can influence or not. Yeah. Looking for a direction towards the future. Even the sacral, or 56 stimulating. Yeah. Or the sacral, which with its availability for sexuality of the mutation. All the new, all the new, all the new, all the new. New DNA coming as a baby, and the root with its fighting and even with interesting fantasies. Although it's in every year, but it's becoming more dominant, and the root was globally conditioning us. So and 2018 with its to attracting attention, to making influence on the collective, and people are trying to make decisions based on that and not based on their inner authority, and trying to establish the interaction with the other. Yeah. And 2020, a little bit more peace about for good or bad, because suddenly, hey, we've been chasing and we've tried to establish a pattern, all of a sudden it's gone. It's not going to be a sacral year where it's more not knowing when enough is enough, or knowing when enough is enough, or being pressured. Yeah. From elimination, we can see that 4 centers are not going to play a role in 2020, and we can see that also didn't play a role in 2019 was a very unintelligent one globally. No awareness center. Yeah. Same as 2018, but there was flavor of gates in 43 in the ajna and 36, and this is just part of our story globally. And again, here we can see that this year was as dumb can be globally. No intelligent globally, and I've got many stories about it. No ajna, no spleen, no ajna, no solar plexus. So there was also no real nervousness. There was, yeah, you experienced it in your life, but generally as a flavor. Yeah. We could not really move anywhere because we were not aware of the fears globally. Interesting kind of to look at it from this perspective. So we're going to see that the solar plexus will join a little bit with its purpose of the family this year in Venus. Ajna, yeah, and so anxiety of the collective. Now, once you get what these words are telling you, you can see how the global consciousness behaves. Yeah, you can look within you and outside; it's one and the same. Yeah, Gurdjieff has spoken about it. Others have been speaking about it. Yeah, it's just sounds and shapes. I repeat, spoken language. These are just sounds. Whether you take it as an om or do not speak the name of God in vain. Judaism or Tao, where you cannot describe it. Yeah, these are all one and the same. And the spleen, so also no kind of intelligence of how to survive as a species. Now we have it always. I bring it with my design. You bring it with your design. It's being filtered and so on. No need to worry. But globally, as a costume we wear, it's not there. And we're not going to have the energy, where to move, like where to. It's not the energy as a motor, but the mechanism that pulls us together in the direction because the program does not, quote unquote, wish that. It's a nice program, nice glasses we put on with human design. For me, I'm enjoying it. And the ego, material, we're gonna get some rest with material, with the chaos we've had. Again, some people are going to see it as a negative because, hey, there's not going to be a global consciousness pushing us for material or for survival intelligence or for necessary conceptualization. It's just not going to be the story. Yeah? Or direction or behavior or love. That's not going to be the story. This the main theme within this, that no center is actually condition us more than the other, is still the root, with its 5 gates there, but actually it's more than 5. It's 52 in the north node, 58 in the south, 58 in the moon, 19 in Mercury, and 38 in Jupiter. And so it's going to be a year with a sign of a pressure. Inconsistent one, yeah? Inconsistent one. Interesting how it plays. And again, what you see is what you get in a way. How you see reality. And the bottle of, again, I'm recording and I've got my left blonde 0% alcohol, is as reality as anything else. It's not that the virtual reality is the virtual reality and the physical reality is the physical. It's just that the bottle is more dense than that as a material, that I believe it's really solid and existing. Yeah? I believe in that, says the mind, because it takes in, and we believe in life, right? Where do life start and begin? What? Just do, well, you don't have to, but harakir, and then what? Yeah, you commit suicide, and what do you believe in anymore? You get what I'm saying? It's all happening because you identify with being alive. And most people do not understand this language. It's okay. So pressure. There's going to be also 61st gate, so the pressure to know, twice in Saturn, and then there is going to be a discipline or lack of discipline for the inner truth, and in Pluto, and we're still going to be hidden with Neptune veiling also in 2019 and 2018, veiling us from the necessary doubts, so we can transcend within that. We can transcend. It's not good or bad. There's a lot of spiritual, it hides from us necessarily. We're still going to have along with us the 5th gate, which here was a bit more dominant. It was twice. It was in Venus, in relating through the joy of our fixed pattern as a global consciousness, and in the law of which pattern do we have, which fixed pattern, as let's say the heart of the global consciousness. And here it's the mutative inner peace. It's kind of a measurement game. Let's kind of put it that way. And if I borrow the term, like from the chaos, 3 phases of the 6th line, it's now we're just getting the wisdom of the chaos of ineffective actions, and I see it now on my path. The 37.6 will start with a lot of trial and error next year within our families. So bear patience. Just mathematically divide 2020 to 3, so you get 4 months, 4 months, 4 months. This is why mathematics are fantastic. The 6th line with 3 phases, you'll get to recover. So after, let's say, January, February, March, end of March, wait until January, February. So until end of February, until end of March, until end of April. Then wait with all of the chaos within the family, with all of the trial and error within the family. Wait with it. It's gonna pass, and you're gonna heal through whatever is happening in your family. It's not good or bad. It's a necessary test. And I'm now that the mind likes to project to the future from the now. It's nice, and wait for it, because there's gonna be a full cycle in relating to our families. Wait with it. End of February, end of March, end of April, then we're going to start recovering. End of April, end of May, end of June. Well, end of May, actually May, I was skipping a month here. Sometimes my calculation, I say 1 year divided to 3. So 4 months. So end of February, 1 month, end of March, end of April, end of May, then end of June, first month recovering, end of July, end of August, end of September. From end of September, we're going to start get the wisdom within the family, the purpose of the family, and even a slight taste of what's coming 2027 as a genetic continuity within 55-6. Again, I'm just kind of putting here some words out there for you, whatever you get from that. And don't try to do anything because you'll miss the show. Just be, shut up, watch. See that if you speak, you're identifying with what you speak. I'm going to do this. I should do this. I'm going to do this. I should do this. This is good for me. This is bad for me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. This I'm going. Yes. Forget all of that. Throw it to the garbage. Just watch. See what your body's doing. It's challenging for the mind. It doesn't want that. So end of September, recovery in the family, and then until end of January, where you'll get the wisdom through October, November, and December there. Yeah. You'll get the necessary wisdom. We're going to get it. It's a global consciousness. So bear patience, like we bear patience with the chaos in this year and with the crisis in 2018, and everything resolves itself. Now, and it's going to be with a lot of pressure, yeah? A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure to, you know, I've got the pressure to correct. I've got to just bring me something to correct, you know? Wait the first 6 months. You can also divide here mathematically the nodes. First 6 months and the second 6 months, yeah? And generally there's going to be an energy that's, you know, a joy from things that coming from the past. And we want to, you know, bring it to a practical level. This energy, not the knowledge. There's no 18 here. And we're going to look towards the future. So the last 6 months, we're going to sit still, keep still, with a practical aspect within perhaps strangers, you know. And things are going to pressure themselves. We don't have the focus. We don't have the sacral energy. We don't have the 18. We don't have the knowledge itself. We're just going to have energy pressuring us, coming and going away. Yeah, we're going to have the communication of the trial and error within the pressure to need something. It's going to try to catch you to do something instead of watching it. It shall pass away. Yeah. A lot of unusual selfishness, people caring for themselves. If you're going to take care of yourself with strategy and authority, you'll be okay. You know, it's just a movie out there. It's going to be a great lesson of how to take care of oneself. And you might be judged for all of that. The moon's going to drive with the joy, you know, and that's how the program conditions people to fight against individuals who are starting to awaken. You know, they'll have the pressure to try and correct you. They'll have the pressure to fight you because the program programs them, and they're doing their job. You know, they're doing their job. Them is those who are following the program like puppets and have no idea of their unique imprint, because the program have imprinted like this imprint. It imprints a specific aspect and wants that to fulfill itself, you know. And then it sends other programs to try to prevent that from fulfilling itself. It's just like, again, the God's looking from above and laughing at human beings. So I gave you a purpose and I'm trying constantly to prevent you from fulfilling that purpose. So yeah, mainly pressure. Yeah. Again, inconsistent. It's not going to be as dominant as 2019, but it's still going to be a thing. And be aware of that. You know, be aware that it's just part of the game to try to check you, to test you if you're fulfilling your program. That's the whole business. That's the whole game, you know. The program is testing you if you can fulfill the program, if you can fulfill the program that you were programmed to fulfill. Yeah, you got what I'm saying? That's why, again, you just observe it and you see how it happens. How actually there will be forces trying to get you to have the joy to correct while you're not the one with this pressure, or to have the pressure for the needs and you're not the one with this pressure, or have the inner peace in a fixed pattern, and it's not you, or have the pressure to fight and it's not you, and it will be gone in 2021. Yeah, like all of these aspects gonna be gone. That's a fantastic story we're having always. So I'll see you around the corner, this way or the other. Yeah, you're already here in the palm of my hand, all of you. It will take time for you to establish the language of the now, to really grasp the simple mathematics. Had it been simple, you would grasp E equals mc squared, right? And the juxtaposition theories, and the fractal laws, and all the laws of the universe, but you don't. Because that's how human beings we operate. I'm also veiled from grasping what I'm not here to grasp. Yeah? Perhaps the term of ring pass not, but it's okay. All in due time. Yeah, have a good evening, and may you have an aware times. Bye bye.